As I grew up. I want to work in crisis management. My name is Gaia, I'm 21 years old, and I'm currently studying security studies at Leiden University in The Hague. I almost immediately knew this was the program for me. Because of security studies, you focus on all kinds of security threats, from cyber attacks to terrorism, and from potential wars to epidemics. During the studies, you get to analyze different situations and think about what you could do to help or even prevent different disasters. That is why I want to work in crisis management. I had always wanted to work somewhere where I could make a difference. When I was younger, I either wanted to become a politician or work in a hospital. But since I realized I couldn't handle being around medical procedures, the former was not really an option for me. That is when I learned about crisis management and security studies. It is something I'm familiar with myself. As a child, I've lived in multiple countries. My father, who's Italian, works for an international company, so we moved around quite a bit. As a result, I've lived in Italy, Canada, the US, and now the Netherlands, where my mother's from. I've encountered a lot of things in these different countries that have sparked my interest in security studies. The frequent earthquakes in Italy and a flood in Canada are a few examples of that. I really wanted to help in those situations. That is why, after the flood, I contributed to rebuilding homes, preparing and distributing food, and assisting others in the community. Experiences like these are the reason my study program resonates with me so strongly. I don't necessarily have a set career path yet. That is not unusual in my program. I do know I will get there when I get there. For now, I'm contemplating doing a master's program here in The Hague and afterwards getting a second master's degree in another country, because I really like to travel and live in new places. That's probably something I learned from my parents. And traveling and seeing more of the world is also something I would love to be able to do for work. Moving to a new place can also be a bit challenging, mostly because I would have to leave friends behind, get to know new people, and also because I didn't always speak the language. I know a lot of different languages now, but I have an accent in every one of them, and that is something people tend to notice. Still, I'm not the type of person who'd want to stay in one country their entire life, and I still really like learning about different cultures and languages. For now, I like living in The Hague. I was very lucky finding a studio here right in the city center. It's only a 10-minute walk from the faculty, and I love walking around the city, going to the museums here and hanging out with my friends. I also often go to borrels and events of my study association, and I work for the university as a student ambassador. That actually feels more like a hobby, really, because I get to talk to people to let them know why I love my study program so much. And I really like helping other students with their study choice and finding their path. My own path will take me somewhere new and exciting. Of that, I'm sure. I might find a job in crisis management for the Italian or Dutch government, or at NATO or the UN. Either way, as I grow up, I really want to make a difference and help people. I don't necessarily want to specialize in just one area, but I would like to help people in crises in general in times of uncertainty, whether that's because of a war, or a natural disaster, or anything else. I know I would want to be there to help.